All right, guys, don't forget about Underdog Wireline, man. I'm doing a quick shout out for these guys. You know, they've been sponsoring us since day one almost, man. So it's a great guys, great company. You know, if you need a logged, perfed, you know, they do completion, open hole. They got they got drop guns, man. They got lay down machines. They got all kinds of stuff, dude. So check them out. Don't forget, I'm gonna put the number up right here. Look them up, man. They're great people. They know how to get it done. I worked with them personally out here, you know, especially on the wireline side. So I know exactly what they're doing. Their hands are out there helping out. So I've said it before. I'll say it again, man. Hit them up. They're the best out here. Give them a shout out, dude.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Patchboyz again, here to announce yet another sponsor, Branded 14 Hot Shot Services LLC. They offer hot shot work, ESP spooling, ESP technician service, and heavy hauling with semis. These guys are local. They're helping us out, so we want to help them out. Go give them a call at 432-638-1755. All the other information we're going to put right down here, so you guys can give them a call, send them an email, however you need to get in contact with them. We appreciate it. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back at it again with the Patchboyz, man. We got a very special guest, man. MJ Reviews, as he's known, man, on TikTok. I don't know if anybody I know, the huge TikTokers out here gotta have seen his videos, and we thought we would get him on. We connect with the content that he's putting out. So he's a well-known influencer here in West Texas and a barber, up and coming barber, man. Check him out on Booksy. But we're gonna let him, introduce himself the way he wants to be introduced.
Oh, thank you very much, Jesus, man. Well, my real name is Martin J. Now everybody knows me by MJ Reviews. It is MJ Reviews West Texas, but now that I'm traveling, I think I'm gonna drop the West Texas. I keep it local though.
Yeah,
I love local stuff, man. Hidden gems, and I wasn't a barber. I've been a barber for 4 years, but this is my first year being a full-time barber. I actually was a welder back in the day. I was there for about 5 years. I've been out in the patch myself.
Yeah.
And was a field supervisor for Oxy. Well, not for Oxy. It was a small little company called IFS that we had an MSA with Oxy.
Yeah. So you did 90% of your work with Oxy usually when you have.
Oh yeah. And they were good. Honestly, they treated me pretty good. I respected all the rules, and it was actually pretty cool. Then I was a restaurant manager for about 4 years at Cork and Pig, and we were there for a very good time, man. I really enjoyed it. I just their time wasn't working with my barber schedule because as my clients were growing, I just needed something a little bit more, defining for my schedule.
Dang. So that's right. You're a barber too. You also do influencer. I mean, you do a lot, man. I mean, I see you on there and you're posting all the time, bro. Like it's crazy. Cause I'm like, dude, this guy just every day. I'm like, man, don't you get tired? Because I know I would, you know?
So this is the secret. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys what I do. So today I recorded 8 videos. Right. And I post them. I already have 2 weeks worth of content out. So then I do these 8 for the next following week, and I post one video a day. That's it. Now, sometimes when I went to El Paso, they called me out from El Paso, and I was like, man, if I post these videos, they're gonna come out till a month from now.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do that. I also tested myself out in El Paso because I know I have the local reach here. But I wanted to go out of El Paso to see if I have reach over there too. And the videos did pretty good. So I was like, okay, so now I have reach in El Paso, So then they called me from Houston. So I was like, all right, that's my next step. And today I had this conversation with some guy who's going to send me to Dallas and maybe New York because he has businesses in New York.
Nice.
So he asked me if I can work for him to move out that way. So I'll be going out. I've been traveling now with the page. And but yeah, man, I'm traveling different places. I'm enjoying myself. The influencing thing came out. Honestly, just not too long ago, 3 months ago. This is what we're at. What month are we on? January?
January, yeah.
We're in January. I started August, end of August.
Nice,
man. Yeah. Limon con Chile gave me my first break.
Yeah.
They called me like, hey, man, I'd like to invite you out. And I was like, I'm not an influencer, dude. I don't do food reviews. And he's like, but you have good reach. And me, I didn't want to sound like dumb. So I was like, yeah, I guess so. I do understand TikTok. I didn't understand shit. Can I cuss?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, hell yeah.
Of course.
So I was like, I don't understand shit, dude. So I'm like, what do you want from me? You know what I mean? And he's like, bro, you have reach. And I only had like 800 followers at the time. And they were like, bro, come through. And I was just like, all right. And honestly, it was a beautiful experience, bro. My first time I get there, they're like, Martin J, we've been expecting you. And they laid out the whole food. And my daughter looks up to me. She's like, Dad, are we royalty? I said, nah, baby, I'm royalty. You guys are still with me, you know? Nah. But I just try to keep humble, man. I keep God in my life all the time. So I just got to stay grounded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Awesome. I see you with the Stonegate hat, so
Yes,
I've
sir.
noticed that, and I was thinking that earlier. I didn't know for sure. I'm sure that's what it is, right? You're
Yes, sir.
part of that. That's
Yes,
cool,
sir.
man.
So that's my church. That's my home. I do have, it's a lot to say about it in a good way. I have a good community there. Unfortunately, I don't do the youth ministry anymore as of last week, just because things are a little hectic for me, my timing, and I was volunteering for the youth ministry. This is why I don't do bars. I don't review bars. And when I do reviews, I don't rate them. Right, I do experiential reviews where I shine spotlight on this platform of businesses. Of course. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, you didn't rate it." Well, I'm not Keith Lee, man. I don't rate. I don't be like, "I'll give it a 7, dude." I just, I may like it, I may not. There's only 2 restaurants here. If y'all convince me enough, I'll drop them. But I will not go ever back. I'll never go back.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of a key to longevity because, like you can get super big like Keith Lee or Dave Portnoy or whatever doing like numbered reviews and all that, and they're interesting and everything, but eventually that shit gets politicized or somebody gets upset, or the left or the right get upset. Religiously somebody gets upset. Like Keith Lee is a really religious guy, like he openly religious, and I feel like he's trying to be the good guy, but this shit's like, I feel like every other post now, like someone's talking shit about him, like man, you sunk us and all, and he's just trying to be honest, he's trying to be honest and covert about it. He doesn't want them to know it's him and all, but in the same token, you don't know it's me, and I got to give an honest review. And like, I respect Keith Lee a lot because he gives his honest review no matter what media's saying and all that. The whole Tinderism bullshit, like,
that's crazy.
You've seen all that, and the Tinderism stuff was so weird because it's the persona fighting against the owner of the restaurant. Like, it's crazy shit, but he gets himself stuck in that. And I see where longevity is in spotlight reviews, because in spotlight reviews, you're just showing people what you experience. You're not really like, good or bad. It's up to you, right? Because everybody's different. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. So I like that about those reviews for sure.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's a double-edged sword when it comes to content creation, especially food reviews, because food is very subjective. I like something and y'all are like, bro, that's trash. You know what I mean? Why'd you like that? And I'm like, well, my palate's different. You know what I mean? Everybody's palate's different. So when it comes to food reviews, it's a little... It's this different, you know what I mean? So I try not to rate it. I just recently saw a comment that I reviewed this restaurant, and it's more of a promo, right? Yeah. If you think about it, I do promos more, and people call me out, hey, can you shine light on this? But I don't know if you guys seen that video where I was at a park. And there was this young kid. He was 18 years old. Juju jeans and does only half of his pants was starched. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that video did so good. And the dude called me. He's like, bro, I got so many clients off of that video. And I'm like, bro, God bless. That's what it's here for. You know what I'm saying? I don't charge for reviews locally. I don't charge. I don't want to ever say ever. Or never. I don't ever want to say never. But that's my goal, to say never. You know what I mean?
And I mean, everybody at some point, like, we have sponsors and stuff like that who like our content, and we obviously are going to shout them out. We respect them and respect their businesses and everything. And I think it's the same thing. It's almost like a mutual respect. You know what I mean? And I mean, everything is to an end goal, and all of us have an end goal of providing and making something of ourselves, right? So you can't hate on that, you know?
No, man. There's other influencers that do charge. I do have a fee when I travel, and I have fee for corporates, which I have some stuff. I'm working out with some endorsement deals with some food chains. Nice. And some hotels, actually, and then some of my travel fees. So
that's sweet, man.
Yeah, you're really awesome. Blown up,
dude. Right? Yeah, it's a little too fast for me, dude. I don't know how to take it. You know what I mean? Like, so I just try to stay grounded. Like I said, I truly believe in, not to get I'm not religious. I'm more faithful. I'm in my, you know, I walk in Christ. That's what I do. And I always say that. And I will never stop saying that. You know what I mean? There's this quote that I read not too long ago. I was loud in my sin. Why can't I be loud in my blessings? You know what I mean? With my faith. So, you know, I just got baptized last year. Stonegate was my church, my home. Like I said, I do have a bunch of kids that follow me on my platform from my youth ministry. So that's why I refuse to do bars, nightclubs, smoke shops. You know what I mean? They've all hit me up, and I kindly, gently, I'm like, hey man, I can guide you. I have a network of a lot of influencers, man. Y'all can go hit them up. I'll recommend who. And that's how I kind of go about things, you know.
That's awesome, man.
I mean, you got values. You got morals. You got values that you ain't gonna budge on. You know. Yeah, and I think we're kind of the same.
It's important.
We have our like thing where we communicate and we're like, you know what? Nah, that's not us. You know what I'm saying? Or we don't do that stuff. Or we just have a certain way. You know what I mean? But I respect that.
And also the people that we have on understand, right? Understand we the type of people that we are. And like if something is there, it's been very little, right? It's been very little. Thankfully, God has put people that are very like-minded in our way. And we've talked to them. But like if it's something that we won't touch, like I'll tell, it'll literally be steps out and like, hey, you're cutting that part. Like, and it's been very, very few. But I think people understand that there's certain things that we don't like to touch either because like my kids will listen to my podcast with my wife sometimes or stuff like that, and I don't want to get overtly crazy. I'm also not like completely PG or anything like that. I still like to have fun. And you know, I have a sailor's mouth most of the time. I've learned to you know bring it down a little bit, but it's still here and there. It comes. It's a Raider in me, you know what I mean? I just get I get hyped.
You said you're a Raiders fan?
I'm a big Raiders fan. Yeah. I'm the Raiders fan, man. Yeah. In West Texas, I'm the Raiders fan.
He's got it tattooed on his leg.
Let me see the tattoo.
I'm working on the whole leg sleeve. I got jeans on right now. But yeah, I'm working on it. And so you know, I can be a little bit out there, but still normal to where my kids are used to how I am, right? Especially during football season, right? But yeah, man, I like that, and I like how you stand your ground. It's very important, and we admire that.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. It gets hard sometimes, man. Sometimes when money is involved, you know what I mean? You're like, man, dude, I'm going to pass up on that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like I said, I feel I was provided this platform out of nowhere, dude, because I prayed. The reason why I started doing content actually was because they laid me off from IFS, let's say that. I don't want to say Oxy. And I was working 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week to 15 hours a week. And my boss was like, dude, it's going to stay like this. This happened around May. And around the end of June of 2025, I was like, I looked at my wife and I'm like, I think I'm just going to jump to be a full-time barber. I've always part-time and I only had part-time clientele. So I was really, really nervous, dude. And honestly, I don't know if it happens to you guys, but when I stress, behind my ear, I get like stress balls, right? Like it swells up or something, and I feel like a big old headache,
like hives or something.
Yeah, kind of like that, but it's in the back of my ears. Yeah, but only on this side, right? And I told my wife, I was like, dude, I'm just do it. And she at the time, honestly, my wife's like, how are you gonna pay the bills with just barbering? Barbering's not a real job. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna and it's just like brought like fire under my ass, right? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show you. Yeah. But she's always been my greatest motivation, dude. My wife has been a strong woman right next to me. She's the one who brought me to my faith, and she's the one who pushed me to buy a house. She's the one who put me to do a lot, man. So you know, having a strong woman next to you, sometimes they do it indirectly, but they motivated me. So I pushed forward, and I went to barbering full time. And my first 3 weeks were the slowest weeks ever, bro. I had part-time clients, you know? So I was like, bro, I only made $800. Yeah. You know, $700 a week. I'm like, bro, I need more than that. Yeah. So my brother was like, hey, bro, start posting, you know? And I don't know if you guys know this. I'm gonna shout him out. Amaya on TikTok. He's a very good-looking man. You know, he got the good genes on the side. I got other blessings. I got blessed in other ways, personality wise. But my brother, he has a good eye for stuff. And I respect him a lot, man. I call my brother and my wife my counsel. So whenever I have something that I need to negotiate or think of, I don't just trust on my own understanding. Number one, I pray on it because I trust in him. But then I speak to my counsel, which is my brother and my wife, and I'm like, hey, what do you guys think about this? Hey, what's my next move? And my brother, you know, thankfully he's helped guide me in the right direction. my wife as well. But I prayed on it, dude. My brother's like, keep posting. I was posting like silly videos of, not silly, but like just me cutting hair, and it's boring, dude. How many barbers out there posting the same crap?
Man, you'd be surprised,
dude.
bro.
It's lame, bro. It's lame. It really is. It's not. I don't want to say lame because I don't want to knock down nobody's hustle.
Yeah.
But you know what really got the people's attention? It was my first video that I said, Odessa, Midland, Texas. If you guys are looking for a new barber, I recommend you try me out. That was it. It was like literally me. But it was for me. Honestly, though, it was a cry for help. Yeah. Because I needed clients. I needed to make money for my family. And the week before I posted that video, it was a Sunday, and my wife was like, pray on it. She's like, she held my hands, and she's like, I'm gonna pray for us, okay? And from here on out, things are gonna get better. That was that Sunday, the week before I posted the video. Yeah. She said something like, "Dear Lord, I asked for surrenderance of his finances and keep Martin's mind in shape." And I was just like, Yeah. And I remember that next Sunday, okay. That Saturday night, I was like, dude, I was stressing. I was at the shop, and I kept calling my wife like, babe, nothing's happening, bro. Yeah. Nothing's happening. Like, I need to do something, bro. So then that Sunday, I woke up with a different mindset. I don't know why. It was just more clear. And I woke up and I saw everybody like go home. Like my wife works at a Stonegate too, so she went to work that morning. I was gonna get ready for church, and my kids volunteer in the morning as well. And they were out there in the childcare department, and so I was by myself, right? And I was like, you know what, man? I'm going to get on my knees and pray. I'd never done that in a long time, right? I had my faith. I had prayed. I got down, and I was praying. I was like, you know what, dude? And I called our God, dude, what's up, man? I lied. Yeah, I lied, bro. I didn't surrender. But you know what? From here on out, how you say, cast my anxieties onto you, I'm going to go ahead and do that, And I did. Bro, I'm not kidding you, okay? I felt a peace over me. Where it sounds crazy, but to a believer, someone who believes and has faith, it's not crazy, right? It's not. I went to church. I took out my phone, and I looked at, like, this was an hour later, right? And I was like, I saw my notification on TikTok. I was like, 99 plus. I'm like, that's a glitch, dude. That's crazy. Yeah. And my wife right away, thinking like a toxic, I was like, answer it.
Who's hitting
open
you
it. Yeah, I know. She's like, open it. So I open it, and I'm like, boom, 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 like a bunch of likes and comments. How much you charge? Then I open my Booksy, and I see it is booked out for the next week, and I'm like, no way. And I'm booked out completely from morning to night, and I'm like,
that's crazy.
Oh snap, dude! Like, there's no way. And my wife's like, let's start praying, and I started praying. I was just like, dude, I get chills just talking about it right now.
Now you gotta have the strength to see it out.
Yeah. No, dude, because cutting hair, bro. Yeah, cutting hair, dude. It's not easy, bro. Standing doing the same thing over and over again, bro.
It's a marathon.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes I gotta mess up haircuts to get some like excitement or something. Yeah. Like, and I'm how do I fix this? You know what I mean?
That's awesome though, how you saw God working that, man.
Bro.
Because
it's amazing.
And
bro.
I think the way you say it with your wife, like praying over you and helping you and guiding, that's what a Christian wife is supposed to do, Absolutely. Right? And I can relate to my wife does that a lot, bro. Like, because as a man, you get caught up in anxieties and fear, and you're like, and then you want to do it. You're just like, I gotta get it done. Like, I gotta do something. But then you're like, but I can't. It's not up to me. It's up to the Lord, and I got to give it to Him, bro. Right? Amen. So I think that's awesome how I can relate a lot to that, bro.
Amen, bro.
And sometimes the women in our lives, we don't realize it, but man, they are the ones that push it for us, bro. Like,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because they're like, hey, let's pray on it. And you're like, and you're probably at that moment, you're like, man, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, but then it kicks in, bro, and you watch God work, and it changes your heart. So that's awesome, man.
And that's why I keep it grounded in that sense of like, you know what, man, I truly believe God gave me this platform. Then I started seeing it bloom as I started seeing my platform grow. I started realizing, okay, I have a talent. How can I can reach people? People always told me this though. Every time you walk into a room, Martin, there's something about you. You attract people. You have a light. I've heard that many times throughout my life, and I never understood them. Now, as I honed into it and I grew confidence in myself, okay, I understand. And because of my platform, I was able to see that for myself. Because I always saw my own value through other people's eyes, and that was the hardest part for me. Growing up, you know what I mean? I always had confidence in myself. I was always confident. I did MMA growing up. I did boxing growing up. That's why I was so big with at Leonard Garcia. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm like no Diddy, but I'm a fanboy. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro. I called when I messaged Leo Garcia. I was like, hey man, I really want your husband to go there. You know what I mean? I was like, I want to invite you and your husband. You know what I mean? So and I thought she was like, all right. You know what I mean? She responded, so she was cool about it though.
Leonard's awesome, man.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them.
We always go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, we always laugh about it because whenever we had him on the first time, Jesus was sitting there and we were
locked in.
My man was locked in. and we were taking every word, bro.
You could have put a candle in the middle, some wine, bro. We were locked in.
Yeah, and Leonard was just telling us experiences, and it was just awesome.
Yeah,
Right?
if you haven't listened to it, listen to that podcast. Dude, it's insane, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
insane.
Man. And he's such a good guy, dude.
Yeah, he's amazing, man. I mean, shout outs to Leonard. Like we won't ever forget Leonard for spending the time with us, man. He's great. He's done it twice. He came in twice. Yeah.
Oh, that's
awesome. But he's awesome, man. Oh yeah, we had him on Zoom, and then we talked to him, and it's crazy, man. Like, but you know, it's funny is that when we were like fanboys too, bro. Like we just couldn't wait.
That's how you do this stuff, bro. If you weren't like, how could you have such great conversation with people if you're not giddy about listening to their struggle and shit? Like, the stuff that he was like telling us about his struggle and everything, bro. Like I was like, this is gold. For me, it's gold. Like I was just eating that shit up. Like it's crazy, man. It was amazing. And Joe Daddy Stevenson and all these guys. So, and I think that the way that you do spotlight reviews, we'll say spotlight, but really you're just hanging out and talking to people and you get very direct to them. Mm-hmm. You let them explain themselves, and you let them, you ask them, what do you want people to feel when they leave, to experience here, stuff like that. I think is real important, because I think people get really lost in, like, how do I feel about this place, and how is it good for me, and what can I tell people that I experience? And you get into the space of more or less, what do you want people to experience when they come here? What is your goal? What is this about? Like, and that's real. That's why like I told you when you got here, like we identified with you real quick. I sent it to Ricky real quick. I was hey, check this guy out. Like it spoke to me real quick, because one day you're at a restaurant, and then the next day you're doing auto shop or something, whatever. just per se, right? But I was like, yeah, he's like we are. At first, we started this, and we would talk about the oil field and about our daily lives, working in the oil field and all that stuff, and it really just morphed into this. We're gonna talk about whatever we want, and nobody's gonna stop us. We're gonna do whatever we want to do, and I think expansion is coming for the Patchboyz real quick, and absolutely. I see the same thing, your route the same way. I was telling Riga, like, man, he does everything. It's like, and now that you're telling us you don't do bars and stuff like that, which you notice it, right? But it's so eclectic, the stuff that you do. Mm-hmm. Is it like, I know a lot of your reviews are food based and stuff. Mm-hmm. Is it, when you started it, is that the way that you wanted to go? Is that the niche that you thought you were gonna have, like food, or did you know, like, I'm just gonna go wherever, and that's just how I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be all around vlogging and stuff like that? Because that really quickly morphs into, I want to be live for 12 hours and shit like that. You know what I mean? So like, what are your thoughts in the future? Like when you started and from where you are now, what do you think you're going to do moving forward? Because it's changed pretty quickly.
Yeah. And it's coming at a fast rate, man. Like I said, I have some endorsement deals that I'm working out with, like the hotels. I won't mention the names today. Once this happened, then right. And then some other food chains. I didn't expect to do food, honestly. I didn't. It was my first, where I first started was like top 3 restaurants, and then top 3 burgers, and I started seeing engagement. People love food. They want to argue about it. You know what I mean? I would say, bro, I love White House. Bro, White House sucks. And I'm like, bro, what, why? You know what I mean?
It's like politics. It's one of those, man. Exactly. We just haven't included it yet.
Exactly. It's very political.
Yeah.
But so I always try to keep it neutral, right? Where I project to go, dude, honestly, dude, and like I said, I dreamt this. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I sometimes I had visions of this, and I don't know if it's because I've been in this realm the past 3-4 months, but I told my wife, and something happened today that I looked at my wife and I said, I told you. Yeah. So this guy has businesses in New York, and I dreamt a month ago that I was in New York reviewing a pizza. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I looked at him and I said, hey man, by just hypothetically, if you ever need an influencer to go out and travel for you. And this guy's a big guy. This guy owns plazas, like 25 restaurants. And he's like, I can definitely use somebody like you. And I was like, for real?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, and my heart just started pounding. But I tried to play it cool. I was just like, yeah. But I was, dude, I go in my car and I told my brother, like, I told you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, I don't know, man. I have now I'm going to be honest with you. I have where I want to, and that's the key word, I. Yeah. I can project it anywhere. But the Lord has the last say, man. Wherever He wants me to go, wherever He wants me to. Honestly though, I like local hidden gems. A lot of people didn't know about Red Oak Kitchen. A lot of people didn't know about Lee's Bistro Pho. A lot of people didn't know about Press Cafe. You know what I mean? I do. So I was just like, you know what? I'll shine light on it. You know what I mean? So I didn't do Press Cafe yet. I just there's some stuff that I just haven't. I'd rather do like what's that? Not Dos Amigos. I've been wanting to go the Amigos and Dumplings. I really been wanting to go there.
No idea.
Oh, that's on West County Road around there, right?
Yeah, I
that
think
area.
so.
Yeah, I got you now.
There's so many places I feel like
it's by the
yeah,
stadium.
you're right, man. So many places that come alive and die so fast because these businesses. And let's be real, people. Let's be real. Every business out there needs an influencer.
Yeah,
that's the truth of what in our era, the era that we're living right now. Every single business needs an influencer. It doesn't matter the business. Find somebody like my man here and invite them. Yep. It's a way bigger payoff. It's bigger payoff.
It's the new wave.
Absolutely,
it's the new wave.
Absolutely.
So you can pay the new. So this is what gave me most of my ideas when it started making sense. I'm not even from here. I was born in Elgin, Illinois, right? And when I moved over here, I did my high school years in El Paso. And when I moved over here as a grown up now with kids, I was like, man, dude, I actually like this town. You know, at first I was like, man, this kind of sucks. But then I was like, dude, there's badass people. I've never met like manly ass men. You know what I mean? That were like, you know, they're just shake your hands and they're like, yes, sir. And they look you dead in the eyes. Yeah. There's manners here. Chicago ain't like that. Yeah. Okay. You open the door and they think you're crazy or you think you're going to rob them. That's how it is. I mean, I'm Elgin, Illinois, but it's Cook County. So it's still right next to Chicago, right? Yeah. And I grew up around the city. So it's just like, dude, it's just this place is so cool. And when it came to me, I was like, you know what? Locals. And then when I started realizing, I'm like, dude, there's an airsoft field here. Bro, some guy offered me a private jet ride if I can drive his jet. And then some guy's like, I'll give you a private airplane flight. I'm like, what? And I'm like, bro, this is all here in our town. Yeah, it's crazy. And so I was like, you know what? I've always heard people, even natives, my friend Cameron's like, bro, I just want to get the hell out of here, bro. But I was just like, dog, this place is cool. You know what I mean? I really like it. Now, everybody wants to bash on this place, but I think it's so awesome. It has so much, the culture, the people, the love, the hard work. Y'all say the oil field, dude. Yeah, you guys know hard work, right? Yeah. Nowhere else can you make this money. Right. Out here, the money it's uncomparable compared to Dallas, Chicago.
It's a place of opportunity, honestly, if you let it be.
The land of opportunity. Yep. Amen to that, brother. Yes, I agree 100%. And I really do love how like everybody works hard for this. And there is no business that can't prosper here. Anybody who opens up even a small business, I've seen them boom because not because of influencers or anything, because they work hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're just influencers and content creators that promote for other companies are just an additive. That's it. It's just a little boost.
Absolutely.
You know, some people are grateful. I've heard it many times. My guy from Sushi Brothers, my video went super big around here, and everybody was like, "Dude, that guy's like."
Yeah, that was a really good video. I like that.
He called me the other day. He's like, "Bro, I love you, dude. Anything you want, anything." I was like, brother, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, man.
That's great, man.
I'll be there in 20 minutes, bro.
Yeah. He tries to not let me pay when I go. Yeah. And you know, there's another double-edged sword with influencers. I'm gonna give you guys what happened not too long ago. This someone hit me up. I won't mention names, and they were like, "Hey, I'll invite you to this restaurant." I said, "Okay," and they invited me a month ago, right around Christmas, I think. And then they're like, "Hey, I want you to be here at this time. Make sure you dress a little casual, and you can. We don't know if you can bring your family just yet." I said, "Okay, whatever." I get off of work. I said, "Hey, I'm a barber. I'm gonna close my booking for you. I'll close it at 4. I'll have the rest of the night for you guys." Okay. So I'm on my way. They call me. "Hey, I just want to confirm you're gonna be here." I said, "Okay, all right." Now, granted, this person is new to the position, but I felt like it wasn't her. It was the owners, and I didn't like the fact where they're like, "Yeah, you're still gonna pay," and that's where the double-edged sword is at. Mm-hmm. Some influencers do and ruin it for the people that want free food, right? Yeah. But to me, in my case, if you want me, you're gonna tell me what to wear. You're gonna tell me what time to be there. You're gonna control me, right? And you're asking me to be punctual, and then you're like, "Hey, man." So I have reach. You called me, right? I wasn't ever thinking of going to eat at your restaurant. Never did. And so I was like, the minimum is, you know, to me,
complimentary for sure.
Absolutely. Or compensate me for it.
Yeah.
Because I know other influencers would have charged $300-$400 for that.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, you know what? And that's usually kind of like my rate. I'll be honest with you. I'll be transparent. I usually charge $200 to $250, and I still think that's low.
Yeah.
But that's what I charge corporate accounts. And when I travel, I charge $350 to some guy from San Angelo. Houston, I'm working out. I'm looking at $400 a piece, and they're gonna hook me up with 8 people. So that's 8, accounts that I'm gonna be charging, and one of them is gonna fly me out there. So, and then plus I got a interview with the radio station over there. So, I'm making my way over there in the next few months.
Nice.
And but that was the double-edged sword, man. Some people, I told them I don't think it's right. You know what I mean? You want me to pay for my food. You called me. You told me what to wear. You told me what to do. You told me to be there punctual.
Shut your business off for those hours.
Yeah. Yeah. And I told him, I'm a
Doesn't make
barber.
sense.
And you made me lose money to go for you. And then you're like, yeah, man, we're going to do 25% off. I don't think that's fair, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair because I know I saw it's a little bit upper scale. I'm going to be spending $300 on my family. So
For sure.
25% was the taxes. You know what I mean? I just think personally that's where I landed on that. And I said, you know what? How about I won't go today? And if tomorrow for your next account is going to be the same thing, then I will cancel too. But just remember, it's the free platform. It's a free platform. TikTok's free, So that's why sometimes if it's local, dude, I don't charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've had other places where they're like food trucks.
But it's of your own volition, right? You're going there. It's something you want to spotlight. Yeah, I think it's always a fine. It's a fine line, right? Whenever we were talking about it, and I'm telling you, like we typically we don't do for hire stuff, like, and it's kind of the same thing, right? We are gonna definitely 100% our sponsors. We listen to them. We talk to them. They're part of what we do in some cases. Thank God we got really good sponsors, and they're badass with us, and they give us free reign. They're awesome, right?
Shout out to the sponsors.
Yeah, shout out, man.
Shout out.
So it's one of those things where people got to understand that your time has a monetary value.
Yep.
No matter what, your time has a monetary value, and even worse for you, like if you shut down because it's your own business, right? And you shut down for 4 hours. Damn, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's a lot of appointments that you can have, and money in the bank. Money in the bank because the appointment's there. So I see that, and we've lived some of that too as well, because you have to kind of be very picky. I don't want to say picky. It's the word doesn't really, because we're not being picky. We're just being, kind of keeping
precise,
our stuff to the chest, right? Our business this is a business, even though at the end of the day,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
And so I can understand that 100%, right?
So when you do these, do you get nervous?
Hey everybody, Patchboyz here. We want to do this quick short so we can provide some information about our new sponsors, Underdog Wireline. You can see I'm wearing their merch here. So I just want to tell you a few things that they provide. Of course, they're in Wireline. In Wireline, they provide pump down, logging, pipe recovery services, and as well production work. And some of the other stuff that they provide, they have emergency shower trailers and cool down trailers for rent. At the end of this, we're going to put their contact information. They believe in us, we believe in them, and I think we're a match made in heaven. We appreciate all the support, and we hope that you support Underdog Wireline as well. Thank you guys. Hey, what's up, everybody? Patchboyz again, here to announce yet another sponsor, Branded 14 Hot Shot Services LLC. They offer hot shot work, ESP spooling, ESP technician service, and heavy hauling with semis. These guys are local. They're helping us out, so we want to help them out. Go give them a call at 432-638-1755. All the other information we're going to put right down here, so you guys can give them a call, send them an email, however you need to get in contact with them. We appreciate it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Patchboyz here. Blessed again to be announcing another sponsor for us. This one's going to be Titan. They're running out of crane. They're real close to me. It's family. So we want you guys to support them like they support us, right? So they're running out of crane. If you want to get in contact with them, it's 432-307-1960. Some of the stuff that they offer right now, if they have rustabout maintenance crews, trash trailers, porta potties, combo trailers, forklifts, and they're adding more stuff every single day. So if you guys want to support them so they can continue to support us and give you all the content that you want, go ahead and give them a call. Thank you.
Like when you do the because I know we've done some where we had the camera and we had the mic and everybody's looking at you. It's a little for me.
We've done only one vlog.
Yeah,
one
well,
like
two.
Well, we did two, right? We
yeah.
did the one at the fight, and then we did another one here locally with a good friend of ours and sponsor,
for Best.
right? Yeah, for Best.
Ishmael, yeah.
And vlogging, man, shit. Let me tell you, man, that shit's no joke. You feel like you got to be on the whole time, right? And there's a difference, right? Everybody's got to know there's a difference being on or being yourself and just having a good time. There's a difference for sure. So
I don't get nervous. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. What you see on camera is literally me. My wife said that to all her friends because everybody at church were like, "Oh, dude, your husband's blowing up on TikTok." And she's like, honestly, it goes. My wife. This is what my wife said, right? I wish she was here, but she was like, "That's really him." You know what I mean? That's really me. I don't. Now, fun fact, it's kind of cringy. I don't even want to say, man. But back when I was 16, I'm 33 years old now. Yeah. Back when I was 16, I wanted to be a rapper.
Oh yeah.
Right? So I wrote songs, right? In El Paso, I used to record out of Paradox Studio.
Wow.
And I recorded songs. I met a lot of back in the day it was like Baby C, the guy with the Prep Step song. And then Charlie Boy, the guy like, I look good. So I performed for him. I opened for him. Yeah. And I remember when I got off stage, I used to perform, right? Yeah. So in front of a lot of people. And I remember, dude, I don't say it no more, but I said the N-word one time on the mic, bro. And everybody was like, yeah. And I was like, no way they're rocking with me like that. You know what I mean? And Charlie Boy looks at me, he's like, and I was like, all right. And we were at the Vault downtown in El Paso, dude.
Those were the good old days, man.
Those are the good old days.
Crazy stuff.
Oh, dude, yeah. I don't speak like that, man. That's an old me. That's
for sure.
It's that person's.
Yeah, man. We were young and crazy. We did the same thing, right? And especially growing up, like we were growing up here, man. Like, oh man, we had a ton of black friends, and we spoke to each other that way. Like Mexican and black for us was synonymous. It was the same thing, right? Absolutely. And so, yeah, it's changed definitely, and we're respectful now, definitely in our age. But yeah, I 100% like we were with the whole Paul Wall scene and shit over here. Like,
I love the H-Town music, bro.
We love that shit, bro. It was Lil Kiki and all that. Oh man, we loved it. They'd come down here, man. It was amazing, man.
Dude, I've never been to a concert. I've been to one besides like my own and the people that I opened up for. Yeah. But I never had the money to go to concerts, bro. But I went to one free concert, Daddy Yankee concert.
Daddy Yankee.
And it was free at the Speaking Rock in El Paso. And it was a night. I ended up at a gay bar.
God, bro.
Yeah, bro. It was wild. It was wild, bro. So I was underage still. Yeah. Right. But I've always been okay with like, for example, Drake was gonna go to the Coliseum, and I had a promoter who was gonna. I paid him to let me open up for Drake. Yeah. So I was promoting at the time we had MySpace, right? And I was promoting that I'm gonna open up for Drake at the Coliseum, bro. It was huge, you know. Everybody with girls was like, bro, I'll be, I'll do anything for you. And I was like, you know what I mean? Like me and my cousin, you know. Like, But I was like 16, 17, bro. I don't know how to handle that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was always used to kind of like that's why I don't get nervous in front of people. I don't get nervous. Like I said, I grew a lot of my confidence. I've been in boxing since I was 6, and I joined Get Fit MMA when I was 16, 17. I got my ass beat bad one time. I was trying to box this guy, and this Marine guy would just, I don't even know what he did, honestly. I just remember looking at the sky and just seeing rains of punches, bro. It just hitting me. And the next day I called my friend, who shout out to Martin Sano and Jerry Sano. They're great MMA fighters out in El Paso, and they train under Nick Diaz. And so they're big, man. And I told him, hey, what do you train at, bro? He's like, I'm gonna Get Fit MMA. I said, I'm going. That's it. I thought boxing. He would always tell me, bro, boxing ain't gonna get you nowhere, bro. It's MMA. And that's where it was. That from 16, 17 years old, as myself, growing up without a father, gave me the confidence that I needed as I got older. As you get older, you take advantage of it. I did. I was beating up people in the streets, bro. It was crazy. I didn't win all my fights. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've won. I've lost more than I won. I got my ass beat a few times, bro. That I'm just like, I can't. I trained. What the hell? Like that guy just hit me so hard. You know what I mean? But it just happens, bro. You. That's what taught me. You can never doubt anybody. You can never doubt nobody, man. You don't know who you're talking to on the side. You know what I mean? Sure. So and that's why I treat everybody with respect. Now, am I scared to lose a fight? Never. But you got to respect everybody. You know what I mean? I respect everybody, man. So
I did jiu-jitsu when I was like 16.
Hell yeah.
And that's how I found out about it, because I got beat by some old guy named Silver, bro. Like, and I was like in my prime, bro. I was like doing 315, weighing 150, running 2 miles a day, and this dude just wiped me all over the floor, bro. Like,
jiu-jitsu's different.
It was
I train at
crazy.
Vagabond right now. now.
Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
I pop in here and there. Shout out to
Nice.
Coach Ruben and Coach Olaf. Man, they're my guys, man. They hooked. So I promote for them here and there on my Instagram, and they gave me a good deal. So you know, they put me on. So I trained there, and I started just recently, about 2 weeks ago. I started training at Gorilla Heavy Hitters. Shout out to Iram. Iram, bro, he's a great dude. Conrad Martinez. They have a great gym there, man. So
Nice.
you know, and then when I go in there, I'm used to the gyms, you know what I mean? Out there in El Paso, I knew every gym, bro. So I was just like, when I go in there, I smell the sweat. And I told my wife, I'm like, bro, I love the sweaty dudes, you know what I mean? My wife's like, what? And I was like, bro, you just won't understand until you're in there, you know? You smell it, the gloves and the leather and the sweat. It just, I feel like home sometimes. So
Yeah, we had Cyril on from the Eagle Jiu-Jitsu. We had him on.
Cyril Jeff.
Cyril Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had him on. He's a good guy, man.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I know of him. I don't know him, but yeah.
He's a really good dude.
Yeah, really. He seems nice.
Yeah,
He seems super
yeah,
nice.
and he gets quite a bit. He gets a few people, like he's made friends in high places, so he
Really?
gets them to come in. Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
good
he's
dude. We've even my buddy Mr. Reyes. He taught. You know, I started with him really, but he had a little like school we do together. And man, he's a great guy. He's a black belt too.
Oh,
with
shit.
Machado, all them guys. So,
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. But we had him on also too. But yeah, so
Dude, you
you
got
know,
some badass
Yeah,
people
we
here.
wanna-
Yeah.
I'm honored to be here, dude.
It-
Thank you guys for the invite.
eventually, we're gonna branch into doing fight parties, straight vlogging.
Bro.
So eventually, you know what I'm saying. If that's your stilo, you know what I'm saying. We love fights.
Yeah, same.
This is what we do. We're sitting
Same.
texting each other. Hey, this shit. Speaking of, man, this is last fight, bro.
Yeah.
Patty Pimblett and
Oh my
Justin
God, I
Gaethje.
saw
Oh, it was
that one.
amazing, bro.
Yeah,
amazing,
bro.
amazing.
Shout out Patty got down, bro.
Nah, he did his he gained way more following now from losing than he would have winning.
Yep.
Like that's how he had to lose. He had to just
and he
tough
did,
through it.
He dropped weight though, right?
No, he drops a lot of weight, but that's his normal weight.
Oh.
Yeah, he's fought in that, but he drops a lot of weight because
he likes to get
yeah.
big
He
looks super
he
dehydrated.
he eats his way through his fucking off time, bro.
Bro,
Like,
that's
straight up.
super dangerous, dog.
Oh, yeah.
That's super dangerous.
100. They for the first time ever, they had a guy pass out on stage. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so on the weigh-ins, literally,
yes, I did
Michael
see that.
Bisping was talking about, man, I'm tired of these guys missing weight because Figueiredo missed weight. Tired of these guys missing weight. All you got to do is show up, dude. And right behind him, poof,
Damn.
homeboy fell on his face from cutting weight. So, yeah, it's getting dangerous because it's all this weight bully shit. And
Yeah.
Patty Pimblett has it down as a science because you saw him in the fight. Like, guy's fucking enormous, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But at the weigh-in, he looked like you could break him in half.
Yeah.
He's a twig. Like, but he bulks up so fast. But
they were good
yeah.
fights though.
They were good. They were
Amazing
good
fight.
fights.
So
I like
we're
that
gonna do
last
something like that, and we'll definitely, we
Dude, let me know.
get a lot of like-minded folks in here,
So
man.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys something. I was just asked by a friend of mine. I don't know if you guys know him. He's the owner of all the McDonald's from here to West Texas, all of West Texas.
Oh shit, no.
Okay, so that guy, man, apparently his friend, he's my client.
Yeah.
And was like, hey, dude, this guy sits down and eats dinner with Dana White. And I was like, okay.
Sick.
He's like, would you be interested in promoting something here at the Ector Coliseum if we put something together? And I was like, absolutely, dude. Heck yeah.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean? I was just like, dude, after that West Texas Influencer Bash, I've been offered a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of like, hey, brother, I have I have a good network, you know? I know technically all the influencers here, content creators that are big. There's some that go under my radar, but most of them, dude, you'd be surprised. There's this guy, dude, he has 666,000 followers. And he just eats like gross, you know what I mean? Like, like dry squid and shit. Like it's just weird.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, bro. He reached out. He's like, hey, bro, can I go to the influencer bash? I was like, bro, you're from here? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, that's wild.
crazy.
Yeah, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never heard of you. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't promote here. I promote all over the nation. I'm like, but I don't,
that's what it is.
So it doesn't hyper target him here.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So the crazy thing is, and not to be boastful, but if you chat GPT top influencer, it's gonna be me.
Nice.
I pop out. You know what I mean.
yeah.
And I haven't been I haven't done it the most.
And I believe it though, but it's you're doing the right content at the right time, and it's hitting at the right time.
And your
so.
voice, I think the way your voice is, like
Yeah.
it's like
You got that Bobby Althoff stilo.
yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You
Yeah,
can do a
for sure, bro.
documentary or something. Bro. It's awesome, bro.
All
Yeah,
right.
because Bobby Althoff, she has that niche where she's kind of like uninterested, and it's different than that, right? But it's kind of like the same stilo. Like you're very direct, you have a very clean voice, and like it's funny. It's funny, like in the way that you present, not funny, but interesting, entertaining in the way that you present your stuff real quick, and you don't stop for nothing. Like I think that's cool. I think that's something that people don't do. Like you don't stop for nothing. You could tell that once you're in it, and you're not like changing shit.
Yeah.
other people you see that they've done their shit to perfection. I don't like that shit. I like the imperfections. I'll be honest, because it's supposed to be a fucking art. You know what I mean? And we do the same thing here. We always tell everybody the same thing. That's why before we start, we're like, yo, it's not live. We got you if you want us to cut something, but just know this shit is raw, uncut. We like to post shit uncut. And that's what we like. And that's why I'm saying, like, we identified very well with you. As soon as I saw you, very well. All the eclecticness, you talk about different things, meet different people, do different stuff. And it's different. It's different content. And I think that's why it's hitting so well, because I think there's so much cookie cutter influencer now. And your stuff is hitting different. Your delivery is different. It's a little bit more raw, and that shit's working for you, bro. It really is.
I appreciate
it. Really
man.
is.
Yeah, you know what is crazy, because I didn't think of circling back to the question. The projection of this, it was food, right? At first, I when they first asked me, like, hey bro, would you do a tin shop? I was like, tin shop? I'm like, yeah, I guess so, man. I mean, if my 5,000 followers help you get another client, let's do it. You know what I mean? At the time I had 5,000 when they first asked me for it, like it's something different. And then someone was like, Juju Jeans, I had like 7,000 when I did it, and it just went big. And I'm like, I'm like, hey, if it helped you get clients, I'm happy for it, brother.
That's badass.
And it just kept growing. It just kept growing, and now it's just random stuff, man. I'm dabbling into oil field companies now.
Yeah, man.
They've reached out to me. Can I name drop?
You can name drop
whatever you want.
Whatever you want to name drop, you can.
Yeah. So they were looking into something for you know what? Let's not because I haven't secured it yet.
Got it.
But once we get this, I'm gonna be showing the youth about engineering, mechanical and petroleum engineering. So we're gonna. He said there might be an NDA I need to sign. There's some stuff I can't record. Same thing with OPD. I had reached out to the chief of OPD, and the city council shut me down quick, bro. Quick. They're like, wow, there's something about like China product, and we're not gonna put our stuff on the China stuff. And I was like, all right, bro, whatever. But it was, you know what I really thought? It was a ride along. To point for the youth, to let you guys know it's not just oil field, dude. These cops make good money. You know, now it's dangerous, right? You're putting your life on the line.
Yeah, but being on a rig is dangerous.
Absolutely, driving dangerous.
Absolutely, yeah. You see a lot of people out there today. You know what I mean?
When my first lease road, when I got here in Odessa, I was at the North County units, and I went up there, and it says you're about to enter the deadliest road in the world, or something like that, right? And I didn't see where the arrow was pointing. Yeah, and I was driving. I was like, damn. And I was nervous because there was the H2S blowout. So I thought it was pointing towards that. Dude, no, it was pointing out the highway. And I was like, oh, yeah. All right. I'm good, dude. I was like, dude.
Landman, I swear, Landman. Anybody who wants to work in the oil field is shitting bricks now because of the whole Landman H2S episode.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, shit. And it was funny because I told my wife, I was like, yeah, let's be real. They wouldn't have made it out alive. No. That was all horse shit. They're dead.
I saw the clip. I saw my brother-in-law showed me. He's like, "Is this true?" And I was like, "Nah, bro." But yeah, I guess
it is true. Yeah. Just the exaggeration of them making it out and just coughing and shit. That's not true. Yeah, you're gonna die.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what it is.
That's what I was trying to tell him, man. I was like, bro, don't believe everything. I know now. Landman's cool.
Landman's cool. It's entertaining. That's what it's for.
Absolutely, I like it. I like the first episode. I didn't watch it all. Watched the first episode and some clips and some funny stuff. Yeah. I had one of my photographers that I did a review for. He was there for what's the actor? The guy. What's his name?
Billy Bob.
There we go. Yeah, he was with him recording him on stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool, man. Especially here at the Rat Lift, man.
That's dope, man. Yeah,
you know, that's what's wild too. Like, cause we had Ivani on, and he was talking about the Matthew McConaughey and how they did. But man, that one's still going on Instagram. I think we got 17,000 views on that one right now.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
But people love like celebrities here, like and the McConaughey's have been here forever. You know, and
that's nothing new, right?
Yeah.
But his story, telling about that, it's a new perspective. It's a new story. And it's very interesting, man. And that guy, guys, he's an amazing influencer as well. Yeah. So that's how you kind of came in the picture. Like we get one influencer. We're like, man, let's do this guy, and we kind of get into 3 or 4 people that we talk to, and man, that's how everything works.
Him and his wife they do also like a slot machine.
Slot machine.
So they go slot machines and they vlog that, and they've blown up on that.
You know, that's big right now, where people gamble online and stuff. Yeah, it's big right now.
So it's pretty wild to see all this content being made here. I mean, I think even my wife watches a lady that's from here. I know I've heard of Reba. They talk about her a lot.
I love her. I love her content. We did reach out. It wasn't her, but when I invited them to the influencer bash that we had this last week on Friday, her management. So this is the crazy part. I don't know if you guys know this, but once you get to a certain amount of followers, a talent agency reaches out, from what I heard, and you're no longer, everything goes through them now, right? So they take their cut. They give you work as well. So yeah, she's in the 1 million follower, 1.4, 1.5 million. It's up to you if you want to take it. My friend who has 2.7 million followers on all platforms, this guy was in an agency, but he felt that they were taking more money than what he was making, but they invited him to a lot of cool like content creation parties with like Carlo Espino or something like that, or Espina, that political guy that's super huge. He invited me. He's like, "Hey, bro, you want to come with me?" And I was like, "I don't know, bro. I'm like 10,000 at the time." I was like, "Bro, I right, even right now I have 15, but I have a big reach. If you guys compare like my views, and I do this all the time because I'm like, how can I do better? But then sometimes my wife's like, bro, just trust in yourself. You know, I've been doing it just organically. You know what I mean? It's just me.
And that's what's hitting, bro.
Yeah, I think
trust
so.
me. That's what's hitting. Honestly, the truth of the matter is that it's very real. It looks very authentic because it is. It's very hard to fake authenticity. It really is. Like some people get good, but like us that we do this, I can tell. When I see a video, I can tell, like, man, they cut that shit. They filmed different fucking angles 13 times. Like, they did. And I'm not saying that we don't all use that technique, because if you're doing something specific, running, for instance, we run a commercial for one of our sponsors or something, just so they know we're doing 100-something fucking takes. So even though it comes out still a little raw, we're getting better. But it's 100-something fucking takes from my boy Ricky. You know, like
I'm not good with it, but this dude,
crazy,
this
man.
dude's good. This dude's good.
I really do like the authenticity of your stuff.
Appreciate it.
So if you take any kind of, it's not advice, it's just kind of like a outside view. Take that from me, because that shit is what's hitting.
Absolutely.
Believe me.
And I'm very open minded, in the no Diddy kind of way, but like very like I'm open to criticism, right?
Yeah.
I just like you can always you don't know who you can learn from, man. I learn from anybody,
absolutely.
dude, you know. And I learned that when I was in boxing. I remember I would go to different gyms, and every coach wanted to show me the jab, and I was like, why the fuck do I want to? Why do I want to learn? I already know the jab.
They all do it different.
They all do it different. And my last coach hit me across the head. He's like, bro, how many times have I taught you the jab? You learned it 3 different times. Now you have a different style. And he's like, how many times? Like, I can teach you over and over again. You might forget later on. So keeping myself on my toes and trying to stay motivated and disciplined. I'm open to criticism all the time. You know. Sometimes there is out there people where
there's a line.
There's a line, man. There's a line where I feel like they're just trying to deviate you now. You know what I mean? I'm at the point now where I don't really reach out to people. All my reviews they contact me. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Even if it's local stuff, like, hey, I sell Dubai chocolate fresas out of my car, I will do that.
That's
you know
badass, dude.
And I love that more than going to restaurants.
Yeah,
because I think it's cool.
Keep that going, bro.
Yeah,
keep
amen,
that
bro.
going. That's badass. Like that's something that here, everybody goes for the big fish.
Yeah,
everybody goes for the big fish. But these, these small fish, like, they might not be able to provide or pay or whatever what these big fish can. But the raza, the people that are watching, they appreciate these motherfuckers right here the most. And I can say it out of my eyes, right? We come from humble beginnings. Me and my boy Ricky, like, that's where we're from, and we built what we built on the sweat of our fathers and our mothers, right?
Absolutely.
And so we appreciate that hustle, because that's what gets you. That's what makes a better life for us, better life for our kids. Is that hustle? You know what I mean? And so many people around here, like you said, it's the land of opportunity if you want to hustle.
Yeah.
And so whenever they see somebody hustling, shit.
Well, I mean, you think about
amazing,
it, dude.
bro.
You're a big time hustler, bro. I mean, you're cutting
Hustler.
hair, you're doing content, you're an influencer. I mean, and you're throwing influencer parties. That's wild. I mean, I didn't even know that many influencers were here in Midland.
Dude, I didn't know
to be
neither.
honest.
Yeah. Tell us about it. How'd it go?
Yeah.
So I knew 50. Okay, that's how it started. There was a lot of videos afterwards that were throwing, like, I feel like indirect shots. The goal was to never exclude anybody,
right?
But we also knew that we couldn't include everybody, right? So when we started doing it, I was just like, you know what, man, we're we knew 50 influencers. And I'm like, dude, these guys are always on my FYP. The owner of Limon con Chile said the same thing. His marketing agent was Vino, who came up with that idea. Is like, hey man, I feel like you connect with a lot of people. I see you and your friends list. I knew one of the biggest influencers for me was Manny 1K, Ricky Fierro, Crucial Jr., Güero Gabacho. They were all like my friends already, right? And he was like, yeah man, well, why don't you reach out to him? So I said, I reached out, and they're like, hey, they said yes. I was shocked. I was like, wow, I didn't know they said yes. I didn't think they were going to be interested in it, right? And it went well, man. There was a lot of people there. We had a guest speaker called Aren Cabello, a journalist, videographer, and more of on the political side, I think. He did speak good. I liked what he said. And then Javier Guarabacho was like the limelight of the night, man. He was funny. He got into his persona, gave us tips. Those speakers was to give us tips for influencers to grow, because these guys have a big platform.
That's badass.
You know, so that's what it was. It's for network growth, community, and to get to know everybody in West Texas. Now, there was a lot of hate in my comments as well, saying like, oh, you guys are influencers in Odessa. What can't we do here that we can do in LA?
Yeah,
right.
I saw like some of the comments.
And I was like, dude. And then some people were like, oh, you didn't invite me. I guess I'm not an influencer. But they had like 19,000 followers. They were throwing like little shots. And then I saw two videos where like, oh, FOMO and I didn't get invited and blah blah blah. It was never to exclude anybody, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know you existed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not hate, not shade. It was the fact that I didn't know everybody, dude. When I posted the first video, like, hey guys, I asked to host. I said something like West Texas Influencer Bash. I got asked to host a beautiful event. That one, we already had 50 influencers with the +1, right?
Shit.
So it was already 100 people, and they all confirmed. So I was like, okay, we're at Limon con Chile, number 3. It's big, but there's a capacity. So I was like, shit. Like, and everybody started hitting me up. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, dude, you're an influencer. Now, there were some people who had 2 followers. And I'm like, brother, who are you? Who are you influencing? You know what I mean? Now, I'm not dogging on them.
Yeah,
but they didn't even have content. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I'm an influencer. I'm like, I'm a growing influencer. I don't see no content. I did look at everybody's page. I saw I didn't respond to everybody because some people were just rude about it though. Yeah. Some people were like, I'm gonna show up. I'm like, dude, it is for all creators.
It's crazy, man.
Of all levels. There was a girl there with 200 followers. But I saw that she posted every day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I looked into people's page. I said, okay, this girl, I don't care how many followers.
The hustle's coming up though.
Exactly. Yeah. Even if she didn't grow, she's been posting for 3 months. Yeah. Dude, okay. But this is what it was here for you to learn, to grow, network, and then tag each other and maybe repost and maybe start growing more followers. That's what it was for, man.
That's great, bro.
And honestly, I didn't post anything on my page about it because when I saw it all come together, my wife's like, are you going to start recording? I said, no. I just soaked it all in when I saw this is what I was able to do. I was able to bring 80 influencers in one room because of my platform. Yeah. Do I think anything of myself? No, but I'm cool with all these people. Yeah. And whatever they ask for me, they got it. You know what I mean? Whatever I can. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was for all creators. It was an exclusive event, meaning the owner had to say, we had to say, not everybody it wasn't a public event. Yeah. It was an invite only. You know what I mean? Yeah. There was a few people I saw get turned away at the door because we had security at the door. And because I had those messages with threats like, I'm going to show up without an invitation. Bro, relax. I know there's not much to do out here, but there is some stuff to do out here. You know what I mean? Yeah. And this was just one of them. But now we're looking into our second event, which is our 2.0 I'm making a list of the people that couldn't come. Mm-hmm. For the second event in about 2-3 months, and I'm making that happen for them. Right? Dope. The owner's cool with it. So then I said, hey, on the third one, we're gonna have a minimum requirement of 10 to 20,000 followers. One of those. So
that makes sense.
But we're gonna fly out, and I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna look. I'm just gonna tell you guys, we're gonna reach for Keith Lee. We're gonna reach. Nice. He's willing. The owner said he's willing to pay. He's willing to collaborate with other owners for sponsorships. If he brings Keith Lee in here, bro, that will be a gold mine.
Oh, it'd be insane.
Did you guys saw the videos, the FYP videos, how everybody flooded the FYP with Limon con Chile? Bro, that's free promo. Yeah. That's free promo. They did it without even asking, hey, promote for Limon con Chile. No, the owner never did it. But you know why? I'm going to tell you something. The owner was to me was one of the first restaurant owners to ask, hey, can you come in? I'll give you a free meal. to a lot of influencers. You know, there's a lot of great ones. Like
He understood the value.
He understood the value of promo,
Yeah.
free promo. I'll give you a free meal. What, 30, 50 bucks? And then you come in and do a video for me for, you know. So he knew. So he said, he literally from his heart, he's like, I want to invite everybody. And I said, Leo, we can't invite everybody.
Yeah.
we can't. He's like, we'll have people outside. I said, we can't have people outside, dude. We're going to have heavy people. You know, one of my friends who's 2.7, he's worldwide known.
Yeah.
We got to have a curated experience and a structure event for them.
Yeah.
Because if not, they're not going to want to come back to the second one.
Yeah, I think that was right.
Yeah. So
sure.
that was mine. And I was thinking as a manager, you know, coming from Corky Pig 4 years, I was like, you know what? That's what I'm thinking about. Because I remember making events for them. Yeah. So I was just like, you know what? That's what I was thinking about. And later, you know, there is some, and for anybody who hears this, it was never to exclude anybody. I would never want it to be like, you're not invited. Never, bro. Never. That was never the thought behind it.
It was just purely size.
Yes, I maybe had maybe you went under my radar, you know, you didn't reach out to me. There was some people who just like, I'm gonna show up. There's some people who just sent me their email. You know, I thought I'm very big on principle. Yes, sir. Hey, how you doing, bro? I would like to be considered. I would have added you to my archives. But some people just like invite me. I was like, bro, okay, I don't like that attitude, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It's kind of ugly, bro. Some people have this entitlement, like, bro, there's
definitely an ugly side of this shit for sure.
Oh, dude, there is. There's
Absolutely.
you know, and then right now, actually, I laugh at it, but there's this guy who's harassing me on every page. Every page, bro.
Oh man,
he's just talking smack on everything. Bro.
I eat that shit up.
Yeah.
I always, when we have videos that I know some shit's gonna be controversial, I always tell Ricky, like, yeah, man, open the comments up, bro.
It's funny,
I love
though.
that shit.
Yeah, I always answer with like, God bless. You know what I mean? Hey, God bless, man. Sometimes I answer some guy, you know, even when cutting hair, man. Some guys like, I was on live and I had quite a few people on my live, man, and some guys like, hey, man, I will go to you if you bring your haircuts from $50 to $35. I said, brother, I don't go to your job and ask you to
drop.
How much you get? Yeah, how much you get paid? 25? You should get paid 20. No, I don't do that, bro. That's disrespectful. A lot of people don't. There's an iffy side to barbering as well. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a barber, $50 a haircut, that's crazy, bro. I'm making $50 an hour. To me, I'm just like, bro, I'm blessed to be here. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be here, bro. I'm just cutting hair, like, you know what I mean? But $50 an hour, I do have. There was this guy who gave me a tip. He's like, I look at people's booksies, man. I don't see it on yours. This is why I didn't book with you. That's what he told me like 4 months ago. And I added the service, and guess what? I get about 2 of those a week, right? It's a VIP service where I just do a facial, a haircut, a beard, eyebrows, and hair.
Yeah.
Bro, I do that in an hour and 20 minutes, right? and they usually pay $100, and then they tip 20 or 40 bucks. Now, it's very lucrative, right? But there is, to me, skill has to be up to par.
For sure.
But number one, there is a surplus of barbers right now that is oversaturated, right? But there's a lack of good barbers or great barbers. I think a level service, customer service, with
goes a long way.
with a C level cutting skill, right? So it's A customer service, C level cutting skill will always beat an A cutting level skill with the C customer service, bro. You don't want no like jackass cutting your hair, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Or giving you bad vibes, dude.
For sure.
And as a Christian barber, I have clients of all different walks, dude. I have gays, I have trannies, I have which one? The trans shocked me. I didn't know. I thought it was a dude.
Yeah,
he had a bigger beard than me.
Yeah.
And when they told me, I was like, what the fuck? Like what? You're what?
Let's line you up, baby.
But you know what? And this is what I always tell them.
Yeah.
I don't agree, but I accept. I don't agree, but I accept you, and you're safe with me.
Absolutely.
I have no hate towards you. I don't. The number one out of everything I do, you gotta love people, bro. You gotta love people.
Mad
because the people is either gonna make you or break you. And I'm just a people guy, dude. I love people. I'm an extrovert, dude. I love being out there, like, yo, what's up, bro? And I treat everybody with love because this is my mission with my platform as well. Yeah. To show you the love of God through me. I'm not a preacher. Awesome. I'm not a preacher. I don't know the Bibles. I know my favorite scriptures, but I don't know the Bible, dude. But I can show you that God's real, right? Yeah. Even if you don't believe, I can show you that He's real through the way I treat you, the way I treat you.
Actions. Actions speak louder than words, man, for sure.
Exactly. Actions speak louder than words. And that's my mission. So behind my chair, I do a little bit of ministry sometimes when people need it. Yeah. You know, I have all walks of life, man. I have some guy whose dad just passed away. He was crying in my chair, bro. Damn near cried myself because I understand how it is, man.
Painful.
Very painful.
Feel the pain.
Absolutely. Especially because I can relate. I'm very relatable. I think that's what is number one. I've been through a lot in my life. You know, I've been through gangs. I've been through growing up in Chicago. I've been through growing up in El Paso. I've been through hardships, eating wheat noodles with my wife. I've been broke with nothing in my account. Been too prideful to ask for money, so I stayed broke. And now growing into my, and just because the popularity is coming doesn't mean I still don't have my own struggles, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Now the money's coming up, but guess what? The mountain of debt was right with it. You know what I mean? Now it was like this. Now it's even, and now I'm just like, man, I'm barely making it. You know what I mean? But
thank God.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're making it, baby.
Yeah,
for sure, man.
I can pay off, and every single month, my wife's like, "Oh, we got another house to live in. We got another month to live in this house." And I'm like, all right, man. You know what I mean? Let's
it's those things. It's the small things to be grateful for, man. And I think people lose sight of that a lot. So it's great to hear. It's always great to hear that. And yeah, man, I feel you 100%. Like, we talk about it all the time. Like, I think people immediately, when we talk about certain topics or talk about being Christian or having a religion or whatever, they immediately, I don't know why so many people have attached hate to it. And it's not, there's nothing hateful about it. There's truth that we speak. And then there's our actions. If you want to see our actions, I've never treated anybody with disrespect. Rick has never treated anybody with disrespect. And so when we say like that's what means the most, it is what means the most. If you go into if they go into your barbershop and you're like, I'm not dealing with you because of the way you look or whatever, then you have the right to say something.
Yeah.
Then you have a right to say that this person's bad or this person is hateful or whatever. But I think so many people dive into the hateful pool before it's time, man. Like let somebody show you who they are and then believe them. It's that simple. It's that simple. And so, man, that's great, man. I appreciate you sharing that for sure.
I think it's good too. Like you said, I may not agree, but I still love you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think people have to remember that too. It's like, because Jesus Christ, yes, he sat with sinners, but he didn't sin.
Exactly.
He never accepted sin.
Yeah.
So I think that's what like matters. And I think that's good how you do that. Because I mean, man, you're at the end of the day, you're touching somebody, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think, and it's like you said, I want, you know, it's like, I think it says in the Bible, like you want to be like Christ. You want them to see Christ through you. And I think that's what's key. And that's what you're doing, I think. And as long as, you know, I think you're doing your job, you're giving your glory to him and you're ministering and you're doing what you can, but you're also staying humble and you remember that. And, you know, God, he's not going to give you all this. You're saying like, I'm right in the middle. I got more money. I got more debt. But God sometimes wants you there so that you can depend on him still, right?
Lean on him.
Yeah, because it's I mean, that's why I look at it.
And it's a struggle, dude. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And I was sharing this with my wife the other day. It's a struggle with the popularity that is growing so fast. It can get to your head really freaking fast, dude.
It can, absolutely.
You know, everywhere I go, dude, I went to El Paso, right? And I have the video. I was walking out, I was recording myself, and then I won't be honest with you guys. I was tucking in my chain. These are like, they're from Jackson. You know what I mean? They're gold plated, right? Yeah. But I love carrying my cross. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I don't idolize it, but I like it. It makes me feel comfortable, right? So I'm not religious. I don't really be like, I'm a Christian. That's what it is. I respect Catholicism. I respect, you know, Muslims, you know, and that's just the way I do. You know what I mean? That's what I do. When I see a Muslim, assalamu alaikum, my brother, you know what I mean? Like, I give them their respect. You know what I mean? In my way, right?
Right.
But hey, I'm a Christian, bro. I'm a faith believer. Yeah. Now, going to El Paso, I was in downtown. I was filming, and I had 6 reviews that I had called out for over there. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw another one just for myself, just to show people in Odessa that haven't gained to El Paso, you know, how beautiful El Paso is. You know, 'cause I grew up out there in the high school years, and when I was over there, I was walking out of the public restroom downtown. And I was tucking in my chain because I was just like, I ain't gonna get jacked today. You know what I mean? And I was some guys, 2 guys came in. And they're like, what's up, bro? And I'm like, I was like, damn, bro. I was like, fuck, I have to fight. I was thinking, I was like, bro, I'm gonna start swinging. But the guy was like, MJ Reviews. What the hell are you doing in El Paso, bro? I was like, are you? And I had my mic right here on my hat. And I was like, what's up, brother? And I was like, you know me? And then I was just like, and he was like, yeah, bro. He's like, I follow you on TikTok, bro. He's like, what are you doing over here? And I'm like, I'm doing reviews. He's like, fuck yeah. And he looks at his friends, he's like, bro, you need to follow this guy. And the guy's like, I don't even know who the guy is. I heard him say that. You know what I mean? So, but it's so easy to. I was talking to my friends. I'm like, that are bigger influencers than me, and I was just like, bro, it's so easy. Like they made a paleta in my name. La Michoacana,
bro.
I went to,
You made the news.
I know, bro. I know, bro. I made the news with that, and from there, it just everywhere I go. At first, I don't know if you guys, B93 made an article. So shout out to Dom because I got to meet him after the article. I didn't meet him before. The guy who runs the B93 he said he searched Odessa Mill in Texas, and the first video that was popping out was me. So he said me and some girl named Dianita and then Sammy. And those are the first 3 that I remember. And I was like, she put me down as local influencers shaking Odessa Millen content creation community. And I was like, bro, damn, he sealed me. He kind of like stamped me with that, right? And then the news talked about the first influencer being with this paleta at La Michoacana, where I literally went and I did a review, and he asked me, "Do you charge?" And I said, "Nah, man." And he's like, "Well, you can eat anything for free." And I'm like, "Oh, I appreciate it, man. I'm kind of not hungry because I had a so, dude, I was chubbier. I lost 10 pounds recently. Yeah. Dude, no, you gain them like that, bro. Because I used to eat every plate they gave me. And I'll have 6 reviews a day, and I was like, "Bro, what the heck?" You know, and I was just like, I can't do this no more. You know, so a food influencer friend of mine said, "Hey, why don't you just bite it and just do it like a bite reaction?" So this is what I really do, and I tell all, and everybody can agree. If you guys hear this, that's a business owner that I reviewed you. I tell them, "Hey, I'm gonna bite into it to give you an honest review, because if it sucks, I won't do it. I won't post it on my dude." There was only one restaurant here that I had to be like, dude, it gave me a stomach infection. I don't even know why the hell I went there. And everybody that went there told me the same thing. Yeah. You know, so I was like, all right, whatever. But I had to slow down. And well, going to La Michoacana, the guy was like, "Hey, brother, I said it. I was like, how much would you charge me if I create my own paleta?" Yeah. Because I saw his paletas that had there. I'm like, I can make something better. You know what I mean? And I was thinking as a foodie now, you know? And he was like, "What do you have in mind?" I said, "You know what? You know those Brooks chocolate balls with the blueberries?" Dude, So I was thinking of that flavor because I had just finished eating them the night before. So I told him, I said, "Why don't we do like blueberry filled chocolate paleta?" And he's like,
"Oh, that's dope."
He's like, "Blueberry filled?" It's like, bro, that sounds kind of gross. He told me that, and I was like, just do 7. I'll pay for them, and then I'm down the road. Let me check on down from my barbershop. Yeah. And he was like, "All right, I'll do them." So get this, I showed up the next 2 days. He called me and said, "Hey man, I have your paletas." I didn't know how many he made. He made like I think like 100. Damn. And his staff didn't know me as an influencer. They knew me. They're like, "Are you eres el que hace las recetas?" Like the one who makes the recipes. And I'm like, "What? Like what? How do you?" I'm like, first of all, I'm an influencer. You know what I mean? Like, I was thinking, like, bro, you know what I mean? But I was like, all right, no, I'm not the guy who makes the recipes, right? And he's like, everybody, the whole staff came out, and they're like, "Bro, these paletas are so fire." And he's like, "You need to try it." And I tried it, and I'm like, exactly what I for. Oh, absolutely, bro. So he's like, "We're gonna name them MJ Review Paletas." I'm like, "No way, bro." So I told him yesterday, I asked him how they've been selling. He said they've been moving. Only on the Billy Hex one. The one on the west side that hasn't been moving. But Billy, I feel like more on the west side is more Hispanic culture. Yeah. I reach more to the English audience. Though I'm bilingual, I can speak it fluently, read, write, think it, everything. You know, I speak very, very fluent. I reach more of the English audience. So that's usually my audience, and I feel like that's where the direction is taking me. Yeah. You know, radio stations shouting me out, news stations shouting me out. So it can definitely get to your head very, very fast. At first it did, and then something just hit me the other day. Not the other day, but like a while back, where I was just like, someone told me, he's like, "As fast as you're growing, bro," he's like, "Who gave you that platform?" I said, "God." As fast as he gave you that, fast like that, it can go down. And I said, "You know what? You're right. You're right." And that's why my advice to all influencers, all creators, at the end of the day, we're just one guy who was decided or brave enough, right? Or just decided, not brave enough, just decided to write or record yourself in front of people, right? I don't care what people say about me. I'm fat. I got man boobs. I'm overweight. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I really don't. You know, I've never did.
And that's the trick, man. That's the trick.
And I just like, dude, I'm recording, and my brother's very like, they're looking at us. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't care, bro. But now it goes to a point where, like I said, they call me out, and everywhere I go, like, "Oh, you're doing a review?" Yeah. Like, yeah. I was like,
that shit goes away, man.
Yeah, it goes away.
It's surprising when we did the vlog and we were at the fight. Like, it's so weird. It was weird. At the very beginning, it was weird. Like, how do we start this shit? Whatever. Once we got in it, like, we were just filming everything. We didn't give a fuck. Absolutely. We did a podcast in the fucking hotel. Like, people had to leave the room we were setting up and shit. And it was
that's badass.
Yeah, it goes away real quick. I think people, as long as you have a slightly thick skin, you're gonna be all right. If somebody's like, "Hey man, you need to lose some fucking weight," and you break down crying, this shit ain't for you. Yeah, all right, bro. Just leave it at the door. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I took my hat off a few times. They're like, cabrón, bro, that guy. I was like, nah, man, I can't do it, bro.
Shit, man. Nah, man. So crazy, man. It's been amazing to hear you out and hear everything that you've been doing. It's been a fast rise, and we were real like happy to have you, man, and share a story. Really? Yeah, absolutely, man. And it's a great story. I mean, we didn't know a lot of the stuff about where you're from, what you've been through, and all that stuff. And I think that's the best thing about podcasts is getting to know the person behind those short videos, right? So, thank God for this podcast. podcast, and thank God that we all had the time to get together, especially in this snowmageddon that's going on right here.
Oh my God,
we appreciate you driving over here and everything, brother. That's amazing, man. So man, we're gonna go ahead and link everything MJ Reviews, of course. You guys get on TikTok, man. Check the shit out. It's gonna be amazing. You said you're gonna drop the West Texas, right? Or you don't know yet?
I don't know. You know what? I think this is where I started, and this is where I planned to end it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I can go, my goal is, my projection for it is just travel international. That's I hope I can make that happen.
Yeah.
You know, again, you see what I'm saying? That's where ego comes in, and I don't like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. If God can make that happen for me, I would love to be international and take MJ Reviews West Texas in Brazil, in Norway, in places that I want to review. You know, that I've been eyeballing, and hopefully I can go everywhere with it, man. MJ Reviews West Texas is everywhere. You know what I mean? So
awesome, man.
Yeah,
awesome. So y'all go check that shit out on TikTok. Ricky's gonna drop. I don't know if you want us to drop your books, you too, but we could drop the books, you too, of course.
Absolutely.
And man, something that we did not mention, I saw you during this whole snowmageddon when you were at the barbershop, right? As responsible as hell, I could tell you right now. That's what you want in a barber, man. Somebody who's gonna show up for you when you need them. And number two, that fucking barbershop is second to none, brother. That shit is amazing.
Absolutely,
bro. That barbershop, y'all could go check it out on TikTok, man. Under MJ Reviews West Texas, man. He has a video showing the barbershop. It's second and it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man, we appreciate you being here with us, man. It was an amazing conversation, and we got more to come. Hopefully, have you back.
Absolutely.
We do some live content, and
I mean,
that's gonna be
honestly,
great.
we support everything you do, man. I think you're doing everything right. I see you fighting your flesh, and you're still leaning on God.
Absolutely, man.
And any man can respect that because we all do, right?
Yeah.
But I think I see you rising quick, and man, we just all the blessings to you, bro.
Give a shout out to wifey. You know what I'm saying? Because she's here.
Wife,
you know,
yeah, she waited in the car
with you. Yeah, man.
Yeah. She's hustling out there in the car,
absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
But I appreciate you guys, man. I want to thank you guys for having me at the podcast, man. I've been watching you guys for a while now, and I really, really like this podcast. You guys have some amazing people sitting in this chair, so it's an honor to sit here too, and have the pleasure to sit down and talk to you guys, man. You guys are awesome, dude. Honestly,
thank you, brother.
I wish you guys the best, and God bless this whole venture, because I know this podcast is gonna be the best podcast in Odessa, Texas.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Appreciate you,
Odessa,
brother.
Midland, West Texas. Let's bring it, man. Let's bring it together.
Absolutely, man. And everybody in West Texas doing content creation or anything like that, man, stick together, man. Don't be scrapping with each other, man. This is all about doing this shit together.
Community over competition, man.
Absolutely.
When someone comes together, unity is better than nothing.
Oh yeah, man. We'll kill it around here, man. So we appreciate you coming down, man, and appreciate all the listeners, all the sponsors, man. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, guys, check out our sponsor, Underdog Wireline. I know you heard of them, but I'm going to remind you guys, they offer wireline services from anything from open hole to completion. They do logging, they do frac jobs, they do about pretty much anything you want. They also offer layout machines. They got a slick line. They even got a torque and test now. So, give these guys a call. We're going to have all the links in the description below us. Give them a shout out. They're a local business out of Midland, Texas, and they really are a great company, man. So, show them support like you support us. Appreciate it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Patchboyz again, here to announce yet another sponsor, Branded 14 Hot Shot Services LLC. They offer hot shot work, ESP spooling, ESP technician service, and heavy hauling with semis. These guys are local. They're helping us out, so we want to help them out. Go give them a call at 432-638-1755. All the other information we're going to put right down here, so you guys can give them a call, send them an email, however you need to get in contact with them. We appreciate it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Patchboyz here. Blessed again to be announcing another sponsor for us. This one's going to be Titan. They're running out of crane. They're real close to me. It's family. So we want you guys to support them like they support us, right? So they're running out of crane. If you want to get in contact with them, it's 432-307-1960. Some of the stuff that they offer right now, if they have rustabout maintenance crews, trash trailers, porta potties, combo trailers, forklifts, and they're adding more stuff every single day. So if you guys want to support them so they can continue to support us and give you all the content that you want, go ahead and give them a call. Thank you.